diseases. So, which type of this thing is there? Let's say you have heart attack in your application, which is also monitoring your steps, how many steps you are having it every day, right? It's showing your daily steps, it's showing your past week also. Right? Based on that, there are certain apps that are showing some history. You are 200% ahead of your goal, you are 50% behind of your goal, you are up to the mark of your goal, right? Which type of analysis it is? So, whatever examples which I am giving you, it's a day-to-day things which we are monitoring. So, most of them are followed in the predictive. So, even though the example which I was giving for a car, so the insight they are taking, let's say if I am a very rash driver, so maybe within a 50 kilometers of thing, there are 10 times I got the collision warning. It means I am not a good driver at all. So, that data is already captured. So, when I am trying to get myself or restrict myself in a different autonomous vehicle, that giving me the warning that this vehicle is not like this vehicle. So if you get into the collision warning, your vehicle will stop that point of time. So you may get into it. So that is most of the data which is available in the market. Everybody is trying to make a prediction. That is a predictive analysis is very important. The next thing is a prescriptive. Means what? किती तुम्ही एक ॲप आहे you have an appointment with the doctors. There is an app or there is a portal through which you are taking the appointments and everything. कुठले ॲप आहे? एक आहे. अजून there are multiple such kind of applications or apps are available. So these guys are doing the prescriptive analytics. Means what? Now it's a rainy season, right? Maybe June to September, October, there is a rainy season. So every rainy season, there are common diseases are appearing every year. It's very simple, like cold and cough, right? So what medicines you are taking? Paracetamol. But you are consuming the paracetamol in various ways. Only cetirizine, only courses, only just control. All these having the paracetamol. But they are different brands. Because when you say just a means what? They have different types of ingredients on top of paracetamol, which can help you to get out of your current situation. Likewise, cetirizine has a different recipe, right? But main molecule or say main formula is some of your paracetamol. That is one. So let's say in this year, for example, or let's say last year, based on my health, I took 3 times the doctor appointment, and all the 3 times he prescribed me something. Next year again I went to the same doctor because it's my family doctor. Then he diagnosed me with something, and then again he prescribed me something more or less what he prescribed in the earlier years. Or maybe he or she has prescribed a little more to me. Next year I did a physical exercise, right? So when I get to the doctor and try to get it, most of the things this prescriptive is suggesting. So it's giving the analysis based on your last 2 years data. It seems this year also we are seeing the rate of something is increasing in your body, maybe your sugar or something like that. So he is suggesting something out of the box. Along with your this medical, you should also try for this one. And then that doctor is getting that suggestion, he is doing that prescriptive thing where he is suggesting or recommending you to do this one. But let's say if you do something else which you can prevent the medicines itself, you will need that prescriptive. This is a diagnostic. आता याचा एक्झाम्पल मी तुम्हाला and the example of JCB. It's a real case study which we work so far. JCB has a lot of components in assembly. So the chassis is providing somebody else, the hydraulic is providing someone else, and they are doing the assembly. So when they are doing the assembly, before it comes to the assembly floor, there is a inspection is happening. actually happening on the bed. So they are rotating that part in 360 degree and identifying whether those nuts and bolts which we are trying to put it together and are they in the right position or not. So they should get 100% precise accuracy, and then they are doing assembly line and then they are doing the adjustment. If something which is not is captured at the time of identification, it went to the assembly line. And when they try to assemble that part is not getting assembled. So when the part is coming to the assembly line, the part is finished good. When the part is flat, it's still a part. So there is a process of this, the part is a process of finished good. Finished good cannot be considered material issue, material type, and then the plant analysis for the location, and it's not possible. You have to scrap that entire part. There is a huge cost associated. So that point of time, they are diagnosing something. Means what? There is a part, but there is a slight 0.1% misalignment is there. How can you mitigate it? That's why there are multiple tools, multiple chemicals are involved. For example, if there's something which is not fitting right, so they are putting a chemical around the chemical as well. But something which is drastically misaligned, then they have identified that as chemical. So to do such kind of thing, there are so many things they have diagnosed it earlier. What it costs to get into that situation? That is called another diagnostic part. Then there is a description. Every analysis they have provided a description. What basis we have derived these analysis? This is what these four things are important. These are the type of analysis. By the way, this one individual itself is a legal issue. It's not that small as. So predictive, there are so many things. Most of the time you will get another predictive part. So you can focus on predictive. Rest of the industry specific. So this is the life cycle of this. First is the content generation. That is the generation your data. So data is coming from multiple ways. Then there is a collection of data, then processing it, then store it, then to the management. Data manipulation. Then you have analysis. Analysis can be
पहिला कट केला आहे 7 मिनिटात तशी 2 मिनिटं बोललो तर फिलहाल
So which did you are familiar about data analysis? Apart from this. Apart from Excel, does anybody know any other tool getting used for data analysis? Then so you can move down. The Power BI desktop is the open source tool from Microsoft to do such kind of analysis. This slide which I was this slide I was talking about the data generation part. So generating the data, it's in various ways. You can use Python, you can use R, you can use data, you can use Excel, you can use whatever it is to generate that data. And collection of data, like you need to collect the data from various sources and put it in one place. Simple as that. So it's a container where you are going to put the data. That is nothing but your collection. This collection also has a process involved. So every this process in the industry world, the terminology is called as ETL, extraction, transformation and load. Extraction is nothing but use various data sources to collect the data. Transformation is like you are collecting data, you are processing data, you are data management, data manipulation. That is called your transformation part, where you are doing a lot of queries and joins and whatnot. And then load means you are capturing that data in one of the visualization tools. That visualization tool, you are presenting that data in same data you can present it into various format. Total. Keep your approach. So this is what this slide is talking about the full life cycle. The entire this 6-8 modules fall under the ETL process. Just write those words. If you really need to get into the data analysis part, you should know this terminologies. And then you will get to know and each every area what are the sections is called. So this is a phase data analytics and the use life cycle. First we do discovery. Again it's the same story like you need to discover what analytics you would like to capture. Do we have the data in place or not? And how your data is available? Is it in structured manner? Is it in non-structured manner? Or is it both ways? So in industry wise, there are concepts called data warehouse, data lake, then the custom data like MongoDB and various data is getting stored in an unstructured format. So that you need to understand first. Then you will be able to get into that part. Because data analytics is one part and visualization is different part. Visualization is nothing but you are operating on the data which is available for you. Then you can put all the insights, filters and whatnot, charts and graphs. Then there is data manipulation. I was saying that structured, non-structured data. You need to decide what type of data source you would like to use. That is nothing but your data preparation. Then explore means what? We will just discuss like some of the columns. Let's say if you are expecting amount in numbers, then it should be the numbers. Some of the columns if you are expecting something else, then it should be right format. So that data exploration you need to do it. And then the data modeling. This data modeling also part of your AI activities, your GNI or identification. Modeling is nothing but a specific area. You need to put certain rules on top of it, and those rules you can fine tune as and when you are using the data from your industry. The moment your data got changed, if you see there are new scenarios are coming, you should train your model. Model is just like one rule for data. For example, I was giving the example of the LSE policy rate. So let's say nowadays we are collecting information on in-person they are typing. But let's say there are apps available. We can simply just say that click and just share your interest. So the device which you are using to click on that link, the applications are capturing your device details like your INA number, your location, which operator you are using, are you on Wi-Fi or are you on data mode. Everything is getting captured. It will be pre-filled because you have allowed that kind of access to your device. So anyone can read information from your device by the moment you start installing the application in your mobile or in the device. So based on that, they are capturing some of the information, and then they are asking you the information which is not available with you, like your date of birth, your Aadhaar card, your PAN card, or whatever. Once it's done, tomorrow let's say they ask you, for example, your KYC with the bank is already expired, and we don't want you to allow any kind of transaction. Maybe your policy is overdue, and you enable let's to the internet banking, but the internet banking KYC is blocked. I mean it's expired. So they will not allow you to transfer. In such cases, you need to do the modeling. For example, you have to train this model. Going forward, these rules are there. Nowadays, I don't know whether you are aware of that. You are using UPI, Google or something like that. There are new norms are ready to use, starting from September. You know what the rules are. Earlier, we used to send the APIs to anybody, right? I mean, any phone number or any bank account number and all these things, right? Nowadays, try with your government account. You won't be able to send any money. The account is inactive since 1 year. Still, you can't be able to send the money. Now, say August, I think still August, you will. Account is dormant. It doesn't mean that they have blocked your transactions. Now they block your transactions. Any UPI which is inactive for a year, I guess. So that number who's associated, that account number associated with that will be blocked. So there is phishing is happening as of now for various reasons. So this kind of governance the team is putting together. That is one of the examples of modeling. So there are so many examples of it. You need to understand all this terminology in detail. Then you will know the crux of this one. Then interpretation and evaluation. What can you just say example? Can you just give me any of the example in your day-to-day scenarios? What type of interpretations you are having every day? So many things we are doing. See, day-to-day example. I am not asking the industry one. Day to day, there are so many things which we are doing. We are doing a lot of interpretations every day. Expectations and interpretation. Take an example of the students' session. You might have some expectations, right? तुम्ही काहीतरी तर expect केलं असेल या session. So is there anything which there is a gap? तुम्हाला काहीतरी x expected होतं and delivering something x minus y or x plus y.
So we are doing programs on.
Right? That was the expectation. आता तुमचं काय म्हणजे how you are taking that as an example, म्हणजे looking at all these scenarios happen so far. Pre-planned. It's supposed to be pre-planned. Means what? Like whatever installations which we have done last minute, that we would have done that earlier so that everything is ready. We just need to get it to that point. म्हणजे काय झालं होतं? We assume something that is available असेल, right? So this is something you need to work in implementation to the evaluation on the right parameters, and then the further step is started to define. Then you can define any environment and start monitoring. So this is the type of data which we was talking about: structured data, unstructured data, semi-structured data.
देव्या
So anything the analytics you are deriving it, that always go with your structured data. The unstructured data and the semi-structured data, anyways you have to do the extraction and transformation, and then put that transformed data into the structured one and then do the analytics. That is what it was.
इकडे
I think I will skip this slide. You can take it from Saga. If you want this, you can take it from Saga. You will circulate. This is all the details and everything.
फोटोज नको आता फोटोज आता व्हिडिओ नको आपण नाही पाहिजे तर 20 मिनिटाचा होईल 20 मिनिटाचा
Just look at that
मी एक साईड
purpose and the characteristics. Based on that, just try to relate on the material what you are doing on a day-to-day basis. एक कुठलं तरी हे तुम्ही काम करता त्यात तुम्ही relate करू शकता.
फोटो काढ आता दोन्ही त्याला पण सांग फोटोज काढ तो पण काढ 20
काय जर करू शकता तुम्ही
एक्झामिनेशन आहे एक्झामिनेशन
काय झाले what you would need preparation तुम्ही कसं करणार you can go on a blindly right you should have something ज्या गोष्टी तुम्ही मागच्या वर्षात केलेल्या आहेत you should have that data last week जे lessons समजा एखादी गोष्ट तुम्ही परफेक्टली केली असेल तर तुम्हाला त्याच्यात करेक्शन्स करायची गरज नाही अशी जी गोष्ट चुकीची झाली that you will come up with your own observations की ह्याला ओव्हरकम करायला तुम्हाला काय करायला लागेल any other example खूप सारे नहीं see this thing I'm not relating the personal stuff here but I'm relating this professional thing जेव्हा तुमचे स्टुडंट्स असतात ना there are so many activities which are start जेव्हा नवीन स्टुडंट्स तुमच्या कॉलेजमध्ये एनरोल होतात you have certain expectations from them you are setting up certain expectations की ह्या कॉलेजकडनं आमचे काय एक्सपेक्टेशन आहे लाईकवाईज स्टुडंटचे पण तुमच्याकडनं काय एक्सपेक्टेशन्स असतात बरोबर आहे those expectation has to be met at some place 100% नाही तर at least 70% has to match ते करण्यासाठी let's say there's something which is not existing in your students how you will get it achieved it's not possible तर ते करण्यासाठी तुम्हाला काय करावं लागेल what you can do let's say there are gap analysis for example एखाद्याला इंग्लिश बोलताच येत नाही that is one thing then एखादा बोलतच नाही म्हणजे ही she may be very good at काही education wise but जेव्हा आपण एखादी गोष्ट विचारतो they are not able to even explain what they are doing maybe shy किंवा fear factor whatever it is किंवा stage fear असे असू शकतं so we need to unblock such kind of activity म्हणजे काय तुम्हाला रेडी करतो but how you are getting ready काहीतरी तर तुमच्या माइंडमध्ये अजून sessions right so you are taking couple of actions on हे तुम्ही का करताय?